When you realize that everything you want is in the power of your own hands, you start to move different. Let's get it, y'all. Let's make big things happen. Hey, everybody. Welcome to But I Did It. It's me, Lachey, and today I am here with my brother, Darrin.
Hey, love it. Up in the bag. Appreciate you, sis.
Yes, we are up early this morning. I'm Texas, so it's a little afternoon for me, but Darrin, you are 8:30 up
What?
sharp early,
Yeah.
but this ain't new for
Oh,
you
yeah, you know I'm
because
up early anyway. It's
right.
regular.
So today I asked Darrin to come on and share with me because he is a prospering businessman, and I just love seeing that for the Black community, like a Black man out there really doing his thing and sticking to
Right.
your dream. So you want to kind of
Right.
share a little bit with everybody what you do, what your business is, how you got started.
It's trucking. I'm a car transporter as of now, but yeah, I own the trucking business. Got my license probably like was almost 19 years now. It was always the goal from the beginning. I was doing other stuff before trucking, and then my cousin motivated me. He pulled
Okay.
up on me. We was in Atlanta, and I was, doing other things. And then he was
Mhm.
trucking, and he was like, "Man, Cuddy, come on." I'm like, "All right." And he's showing me checks. I'm like, "You making all this working for somebody?" I always had I want to be a boss mentality, but
Right.
you got to crawl before you walk. But yeah, I was like, "Man, you show me a check, you making 30, 40,000 for somebody." I said, I quit what I'm doing right now, go to trucking school. And then yeah, we got back home, and he showed me that he was making that money, and so I quit immediately. You know what I'm saying? And went to trucking school.
Okay.
But yeah, so anyway, got my license, start working for people, and then I ain't gonna lie, I got cold feet. I was scared
Mhm.
to actually start the business because I worked for Coca-Cola, then I went and worked for this company at FedEx, and then got promoted to manager over there. So I was basically got the experience of running a trucking business because I had to do all the hiring, the firing, getting all the maintenance, and et
Right.
cetera, et cetera. And I had the company cards. So it's like whatever it costs to do whatever to keep running the business, you clear to charge it. I got to experience what it was like being a business owner without the financial responsibility.
And that's a big
So
part.
that kind of gave me cold feet, but then at the same time, it was like, shit, if I can run that company, I can go run a company for myself.
Mhm.
But yeah, like I said, I got cold feet, and then wifey one day was like, you've been talking about this for years. She's like, let's just go look at trucks, and I'm like, they not finna give me nothing. She's like, you never know, woot woot. So
Right.
she the one really pushed me over the edge to actually get my trucks. Yeah, we got up that day, went and looked, and we saw a truck. We applied, and buying a truck is a little different than buying a car. It took like a whole month to go through the financing process, but
Okay.
they gave it to me, and yeah, we've been running. This is going into my third year now, working for myself.
That's right.
First year was definitely difficult because I took the route of, like I said, I just want to work for myself. A lot of people get trucks and then they go work under other companies' authority, or they sign on to a bigger company so they guarantee work, get freight.
Mhm.
I just wanted to do it all myself, ground up. So first year was rough. Second year was a little better. And then going into my third year, I was doing driving a regular 53 box truck. That was rough. Like that's a rough lane to be in. And
Like,
like
what
I
do you
said, my
mean when
cousin,
you say it's rough? Like, as far as financially
the
or
rates,
mentally?
yeah, the rates, what they pay, the rates, what they pay is it's kind of is low key horrible. And then in trucking is like everything go off your authority age, basically how long you been active, your authority been active.
Okay.
A lot of brokers won't even let you pull a freight if you ain't been active for 6 months to a year.
Oh,
You can get in with some right off the back, but obviously they pay less. You know
mhm.
what I mean? And some of them let you get in at 6 months. Yeah, that lane just and then it's just not my style of working. It's a lot of hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait. They want you to pick up
Yeah.
the freight the day before and don't deliver it to the next day. I like to
Mhm.
well, if I'm picking up in Sacramento today, the load go to Hayward, which is an hour away, and I drop it off today. I just don't, I
Right.
understand they whole little appointment thing and everybody run their business how they run it, but it just wasn't working for me. And then, like I said, my cousin that motivated me, he was car hauling. So my whole
Mhm.
dream was just to be a car hauler. And then the 9 years that I was working for other people, I did try to get a couple car haul jobs, but they all wanted me to go over the road. And I tell people straight up, that's just not for me. Like I drive trucks, I ain't a truck driver. Being
Okay,
out
wait.
there,
Slow down right there. Let's go back to that real quick because
you know what I'm saying?
I
I
like the
tell
way you
people
put
all the
that, the
time,
way you phrase,
yeah,
I drive trucks, but I'm not a truck driver because it is a difference. There's
yeah,
some truck
it's a
drivers that do
difference.
cross country. They do
They
long.
love it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
And I salute them. I respect them. And those are the people I consider like truck drivers. Like at the end of the day,
mhm,
we all truck drivers, but
right.
just being actually in the lane in the field is it's a difference. I drive trucks. I don't enjoy just hitting the open road for 10 hours straight
Yeah.
driving. Like that's not for me at all. Like
And it's just
uh,
it's nothing wrong with like you said, you support
nah,
the ones that do, but what's for you is for you, you know?
exactly, exactly. And I'm a firm believer in that, find your lane and stay in it.
Yeah,
That's always been my motto. I don't compete, I don't compare. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? My only competition is self, trying to be better than I was last year or the day before. That's it. I don't compete with nobody. I don't hate on nobody. I congratulate, I salute. It's motivational, honestly, to
Yeah,
see other people doing their thing. It's just like, okay, if they can do it, I can do it too. And a lot of people too got to take that in the same sense of just because it's working for somebody else don't mean it's gonna work for you. So you know what I'm saying?
exactly. And that's a good
But
mindset to have. Like you gotta have that, especially in the business field,
hmm
because you see a lot of people, doing things really, in my opinion, like one way. Like if you're gonna do it, you
right,
gotta do it this way. But just because it's working for you, don't mean it's gonna work for me. But
right,
also don't mean I can't still pursue what you're doing in
right.
my own way. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Like the old folks used to tell us, there's more than one way to skin a pig. You know what
Yeah,
I
there you
mean?
go.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, what was it? What was
The
I
truck
saying?
call.
Oh yeah, so yeah, after doing dry van for pretty much 2 years straight. It was getting rough. Like honestly, I was kind of like, I come home had the talks like tell wifey like, shit, I'm damn near ready to hang it up, like, cause it's
Yeah.
getting to the point where it's like the business is just sustaining itself,
Hmm.
and I'm at the end of the day, we all in business to make money, right?
Right.
So it's like if it's only sustaining itself, if I don't see me being able to sustain our lifestyle and
Yeah, like you weren't really seeing a
go
profit. It's
beyond.
just break even, break even, break even.
Right, right, right. So I was ready to hang it up, and I was like, shit, I gotta at least try the car hauling. So anyway,
Okay.
found a trailer out there in was that Modesto, went and bought the trailer. And so it's been like 3 months now. I bought the car hauler in January, so 3, 4 months. And it's been great.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It's been great. Definitely a big financial turnaround. Don't get me wrong, I've been going through, just little technical issues with the
Mhm.
with ups and downs with getting this trailer right. I had to do some readjustments, modifications on my truck because I'm thinking it's just like a car haul trailer, just like the drive-in trailer, just hook up to it.
Mhm.
I had to move my fifth wheel back. Just little minor
Okay.
technical stuff to get going, but make some modifications to the truck just to really be rolling.
Mhm.
And then, but other than that, though, yeah, I definitely love the switch, and yeah, I'm here, I'm 10 toes down, like that's where I was supposed to be at. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
been good, it's been good. So like I said, I've been having little issues with you know, different mechanical issues, this, that, and third, that do pop up because a lot of
Mhm.
people talk about being an owner operator versus a company driver. They're like, okay, yeah, but you guys got all the overhead. And then, lately I just been telling people like, you ain't got to put down what somebody else doing to big up what you doing. And
Right.
at the end of the day, life is the overhead. You know what I'm saying?
That
Like
part right there. Like for
life is the
real. Like
overhead.
you
Whether you work for somebody or you work for yourself, life is an overhead in itself. And I tell company truckers
can
when
you
they
kind of
talk about us,
explain overhead real quick because I know I got some people, probably some listeners that like not business mind, and so you say
right?
overhead. So I kind of want people to understand, like, we talking basically operations, what it take to run your business.
Operational costs,
Yeah.
exactly. So in trucking, so I'm just speak on that. But in any business, like if you do hair or whatever, shit, your cost for your hair products,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Your combs, the gel,
Right.
all that stuff. But in trucking, it's fuel, if your truck, your monthly payment, insurance, and
Hmm.
then, when you have a tire blowout or a mechanical issue, that's on you. You can't just call up your boss and be like, hey,
Hmm.
I'm stuck over here. Like, I just had to get the tow from about 45 minutes away from Sacramento. It costs $1,400. So it's stuff like that be on you. But that's what the company drivers be talking about. And then it's like, I tell them like this, like, how often is that stuff really happening? Like,
Right.
we all drive trucks. How often is these trucks really having mechanical issues? So, and then like for me, my goal is just to try to make $5,000 a week. But like I said, I haven't been since I started car hauling. There's different little incidents been going on. From
Hmm.
I got a trailer with electrical brakes. I didn't buy one exactly set up for the semi truck with air brakes and stuff like that. So I've been having little electrical problems with the trailer or whatever, whatnot. So I haven't really consistently been able to run a full month or a full week ads in the whole 3, 4 months I've been doing car hauling. It's not one week I've been able to just really run actually last week was my first week because I was down
Okay.
the week before. So, so I tell people like this, like every owner operator, pretty much the goal is 5,000 a week. And then, you get the people for your overhead and this, that, and the third. I said, wires last basically forever, as long as you're not
Hmm.
blowing out, or especially if you get brand new tires. Like if you taking care of your equipment, it's gonna last. You're not having mechanical issues every day. So your main steady overhead is just fuel, your truck payment, and insurance.
Hmm.
So your monthly payments depend on whatever that fall in at. But so fuel for me, most truckers spend probably about $800 to $1,000 a week on fuel. So I tell them like this: if somebody I'll put it in hood terms. If somebody was to give you $1,000 and tell you you're gonna go get that thousand, gonna bring you back 4,000 for the week, and you're gonna do that every week, you wouldn't do it. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
Right, right, right. And I love that because I was listening to something the other day and it was saying about how like basically flipping money. And dang, I wish I gotta go look up that quote. But I'm like, it
Yeah.
was to think about, like you said, put in hood terms, hood niggas, like if you would have flipped your money in a stock market, instead like, and not saying you in general, but I'm just talking like,
Right.
about how many people out
Yeah.
there that are, like in that mindset of like, oh, I'm gonna go get money and I'm gonna take this 100 and I'm
Yeah.
gonna
I
flip
ain't
it to
working
do
no
whatever.
job and I ain't doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but had you did it in a business, in a market, you know what I mean? Like what that would look
It
like for you
would be
today because
good.
there was no security in the
Uh-huh.
other, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's a little off topic,
Right.
but it's just a thought that I
No, it's
had.
right on topic. No, it's right on topic because there's so many people that won't invest in themselves on in a legit way. Because it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, shit. Me and the brothers, we touched some paper. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
On the other side, so it's like I always been a forward thinker. It's like, shit, we can do it this way. Why we can't go do it legitly? You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And we ain't got to worry about police kicking in the door, going to jail, get robbed, or any of the bullshit that come with that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah, it's harder
It is
the
harder.
legal way. It's
Yeah.
harder the legal way. But, you know what I'm saying? It take you longer to build it, but it take longer for it to fall off, for it to fall away. Fast money
Exactly.
don't last too long. You know what I'm saying? Out of all that paper we tell you, like we can go talk to Big Bro. Like shit, he'll tell
Right.
you. I mean, at
Yeah.
the end of the day,
Yeah.
I ain't got a what. So where the bread at now. You know what I'm saying? Right. We can tell you what we did with it. You know what I'm saying? We can look back on videos and pictures and see what we did with it, but
But
where
it
it's
don't
at now. What
last.
is it
It
do?
don't.
What is it doing for us now? Nothing. So.
Exactly.
But yeah, no, I tell people like this, it ain't easy working for yourself, but for me, it's worth it. Like I said, I always had to just the boss mentality.
Mhm.
Just E40 them drop that fuck what it costs. I'm a boss tycoon or that Mac Dre. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? And I got that tatted on my arm at 18. Like I always just been like just a a
that
leader.
mindset of like
Just
I am, I am.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be something. You know what I'm saying? I've been like that since I was a kid. And then even when I talk to my parents, they tell me stories from when I was in daycare and stuff. Like, yeah, they had to put you with the older kids when you was 3 and 4 years old. You had to be with the 7, 8, 9 year olds because you just. I'm like, okay, so just always been me. Like I even tell my kids, like, I was in the third grade. I had my own lawnmower business. Like I'm pushing the lawnmower up and down the street. I always been motivated just to get some bread, basically.
Yeah, and on your
But
own,
yeah,
not looking for
and on
somebody else to
my own,
kind of like
yeah.
pass it
Never
down
looking
to
for
you.
no handout. Yeah, never looking for no, we don't come from that no way. So
And I'm glad
that's
you
part
kind
of the
of brought
motivation.
that up, like that natural leadership, you know? And
Yeah.
so I kind of
Everybody
wanted
don't got it.
to talk about like we both, have been through grieving, like loss of a brother, you know what I mean? And
Right,
so
right.
how do you kind of keep that
RP Lou,
natural
RP
leadership?
Main, man.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. How do you
My
keep that
brothers.
natural leadership going through things like that? Like grieving and not even just, that part of it, but even just the whole balance of life. Like you said, married, kids,
Right.
household, like what's some of the things that, for one, like the challenges, obstacles you face, but then how do you keep that natural leadership still? Like you said, you still got that mindset. You still know who you are. You still a leader at the end of the
Right.
day.
Yeah, the thing about life is shit gonna happen. You know what I mean? And one of the things I live by is I don't stress over things I can't change and I change the things I can. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Don't get it twisted. I'm human.
You're right.
So something like a death or anything, shit. I walk out, my windshield crack. We human. We gonna have feelings about it, but don't dwell in that too long because that's something you can't change. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
As far as a death or something like that traumatic, that's something you can't change. Even your windshield, okay, your windshield, bro, what you gonna do? You can change, you can fix that. That's something you can fix. Like, don't dwell on. You can't sit there and dwell because life gonna go on. And then when I was probably like 19 or 20, I had met this real wealthy dude. I asked him the same thing. He was like, you just got to keep going. And what he told me, he said, I don't care what happened. He said, I don't care if your mama die, your brother die, your kids die. He said, life keep going. He just kept throwing all this just super, just dramatic, traumatic stuff. And I don't care if you know what I'm saying? He's like, you
Right.
got to keep going. That's it. That's
Yeah.
simply how he put it. And I was like, he was like, that's just what I do. He said, don't give me, he said, we human. We all gonna go through stuff. And you just gotta keep going. He's like, life will eat you up if you just sit there and dwell on it. He said, and
Yeah.
then more importantly, he's like, more importantly, when you lose somebody, use that as motivation. You don't sit there and go homeless and throw your life away. They wouldn't want that for you. You know what I'm saying? Like being
Exactly.
sitting over there being sad and grieving and messing off your opportunities because you mad that somebody gone. Nah, use that as motivation. Like, nah, okay, we finna get out here and get it. Like shit. Like even with bro Luke, like shit. I don't
Mhm.
want to talk like bro. Go. I mean, I told all the homies like,
Yeah.
even when I thought about getting my Class A license, I'm like, look, y'all, this the way. Like I said, it's been almost 10 years since I had my Class A license. I've been telling them all like before I even went to school for it, like this the way, y'all. Like this how we gonna change from doing what we're doing and getting some legit bread. It
Right.
took bro a little second to hop on, but he did it. And then
Yeah.
we always had them conversations like, man, we gonna do this for ourselves one day. We're gonna have our own shit. So it's like
Right.
like when I actually got it, it's like, damn. Man, bro used to talk about this day, you know what I'm saying? He ain't here,
Yeah.
but it be like that. But like I said, that's one of the things you use for motivation. Like, shit, we doing it, bro. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he living through us. Like when somebody pass, you just keep going. They living through you now. You know what I'm saying? You live for them. You know what I mean? And shit,
Yeah.
I
And that
see you
was
when I
hard
get
for
there.
me.
Save a
That was
spot for
like
me.
when I went through, the loss solutions, like it took me a minute to get to that point of like what you saying. Like you
Right,
gotta just keep going, but you gotta also
right,
remember that you're doing it for them too. Like they still with
right.
you and they
Yeah.
living through you at
You
this
see,
point.
I wear Maine every day. I don't. This ain't a fashion piece. Like I wear it if I'm at work. When I wake up in the morning, first thing it's probably maybe 5 days out the year I don't wear this chain. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no fashion piece. It's bro, like, and that's what I told when Lou passed, Chuck was like, man, we had our conversation like, man, I wasn't there for y'all I wasn't there for you the way I was supposed to be when y'all lost man, because I didn't know what it felt like to lose a brother. I'm like, man, you was there the best way you knew how to be. Like,
Right.
and then we was super young when man died, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I just told him, I said, it ain't gonna be easy. I said, and the best thing I can do, and this for especially for men, I tell men, we got to deal with our feelings. All that
Yeah.
macho man ain't supposed to cry and all that, and
Yes.
um, no, we got to deal with our feelings because when Maine died, I tried to be super like strong and all that, and I ended up in the hospital twice. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? So basically, like just sent little strokes type shit, like but stress induced. You know what I'm saying? Because
Exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
not letting my emotions out. So I tell everybody, man, deal with your emotion. I don't care if you want to kick, scream, yell, you want to punch something, do it. You feel like laughing, do it. I said it's okay to think about a happy moment in the sad moment and laugh. Like, whatever your emotions is, deal with it. Like that's why I tell all the men, like we gotta deal with our emotions. And I even used it from when we be in a long term relationship. I said, why you think women when they break up out that long term relationship and then you don't see them for a few months and they pop out and they you feel me? Snapping everything, looking good, feeling good, ain't, you know what I'm saying? They ain't stressed. I said, because they sat down for them couple months and dealt with their feelings and their emotions. They was
Yeah.
probably in the house yelling, kicking, screaming, whatever, dribbling. I said, man, we just, oh yeah, yeah, fuck it, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Try to just bounce on and keep moving. And then a few
Mhm.
months down the line, you see a girl, and it's like, damn. And then now you a train wreck ready to crash out. Because you ain't dealt with your emotions, you ain't dealt with your feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, I tell a lot of men like, oh, that's a female trap. I'm like, man, you know how many men sitting in jail right now from an emotional crime? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they couldn't handle their feelings and they went and crashed out. Yeah, like, man, it's okay to deal with your feelings.
And so how do you balance that? Like, like I said, leadership, being a strong man, and then having all these emotions and stuff. So, like you said, I didn't know that you had, those the hospital, like
Right, right,
after Maine. Like that's
right.
man, it's a testimony, is what I'm trying to say. Like
Yeah.
it's a
So it,
it's
it was like
it's an
it
experience,
was
but
it
it's
was
a blessing because now you got that testimony.
yeah,
But now,
right.
how do you balance that rest? Like knowing, like, okay, I still got to keep going. I got to get up every day and keep going. I got to deal with everything, but I'm also still human. Like I got emotions. I got things that I got to deal with. How do
Right.
you prioritize rest?
It said prioritize rest.
Yeah, like in that where you deal with what you're going through. Like you take the time
Uh,
to actually process, like you said, your emotions, your what I'm trying to say, like your
just
sense where you as a human being.
like I say, you just do it. You just do it. If I'm driving down the road and I feel the way, you get emotional or something, you want to let a couple tears drop, do it.
Okay.
Like in the moment, like don't try to. It ain't really no. That's the thing when I say let your emotions flow out. Like, of course, it's a certain time and place, but you just deal with them in the moment. Face everything head on. That's just what I do. Face everything head on, and then like I said, I go back to that quote. Like I'm stressed over things I can't change, and then I change the things I can. So when you do get into those emotional states, like yeah, let it hit you. Let it hit you. But at the same time, just know we ain't falling off though. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like, damn, okay, I'm missing bro a little more today, but we're gonna keep going. Like, it's okay to deal with that emotion, and it's okay to just stop, go sit on the patio, sit in the backyard, whatever, take a walk,
Yeah,
whatever
that's
you
why
gotta
you
do.
like
You know
you
what I'm
have
saying?
like certain
Write.
little things
If
that
if some people like to write, you know what I'm saying? Write it down, whatever, or you want to just sit, listen to music. For me, being a truck driver, that's one of the other good things. Like, you be driving, be on the road so much, so that give you plenty of time right there to just think and ride.
okay.
Sometimes turn the radio off and just ride, look out the window. So that's for truck drivers. We get a lot of clearing of the mind right there on the road, you know what I mean? And then as far
Okay.
as being at home and then that allows you to even come home and do what you got to do at home, father, husband, because then, we can clear the mind on the road. So you able to come home and be emotionally available for your kids and your wife, you know what I'm saying? It don't always work out that way. Sometimes stuff happen at home. And then that's just, communicate. Just
Hmm.
communicate. You feeling the way. If you got a spouse or, let your spouse know what's going on. Let your kids know what's going on. They might be able to help you through that. But yeah, I live by that quote, man. I don't stress over things I can't change. I change the things I can. And then for my peace of mind lately, I've been heavy on the it is what it is, like
Okay.
I said it is what it's like with a lot of situations. I'm learning to just peace is priceless. You understand me?
For
Peace is
real. For
priceless.
real.
And I tell everybody that you got to be willing to sacrifice anybody for your peace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if humans, as humans, if we realize having people in our lives is a blessing, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And a luxury. It's not a necessity. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if they dropped
I
you
like
or me
that.
off
I
on a
like that.
on an island, if they dropped us off on a remote island by ourselves, as long as we have the essentials, the necessities to live, shelter, food, water, we
Mm-hmm.
gonna survive on that remote island for however long we supposed to live by ourselves. You might go a little crazy because you ain't got
Yeah.
nobody. You might start talking to trees or whatever, whatnot, but you gonna live on.
Mm-hmm. That's
Point
true.
being is we don't need nobody in our life. Nobody, not one person. So people would just appreciate the fact and knowing that we don't need nobody to live out here. We appreciate the relationships we have with people a lot more. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes. That's good.
So
That's good.
yeah, so I look at stuff like that, and then so when it comes to people like kind of either playing with your with the respect and playing with you in any type of way, I don't hesitate to cut nobody off. I don't care who, what it is, dad, brother. You know what I'm saying? I like to always say the closest people
Mm-hmm.
typically to, humans, our human lives. Like them typically are the closest people in our lives is family. So I always like to mention family first. Like I cut off any family member about my peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? No
Yeah.
hesitation. I love you to death. And it's like Tenny used to say, the older I get, the more I understand that song, what's love got to do with it? You know what I'm saying? Love ain't nothing, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Love ain't got nothing to do with it. But
Yeah.
I love
Because you
you,
can love
people can
somebody
love
from
you
a
to death.
distance. And that's
But do
that's
you
why.
respect them though? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Where your respect at? Can I trust you? You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And it's like the older I get, I tell people I'd rather have your respect and
And love.
loyalty than love.
For sure.
You know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying? So that's just how I learned that's how I maneuver my life. And it's
Yeah.
been working out. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah. I that's good, and I definitely understand that because I feel like you said, with love, like you can always love somebody from a distance. Like
yeah,
a lot of people kind of get stuck in this mindset of like, okay, I love this person, so I have to keep this certain
yeah,
connection. I
nah,
have to keep this relationship. I have to keep,
yeah,
you
nah.
know, um,
Nah,
just uh,
some of the people you love the most and say they love you the most do you the worst. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? And the thing about betrayal, it never comes from an enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
you over
can't be
here just
betrayed
dropping
by your
knowledge. I'm like,
enemy.
keep going.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be betrayed by your enemy because your enemy, and that's the thing, like your enemy will let you know I don't like you. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
and at least
Versus
you know
somebody
where you
that's
stand. It's like, okay,
yeah. Right.
yeah,
So when you see him, you know what's up. You can't be betrayed by your enemy. It's the people that, oh, bro, sis, oh, I love you, I love you.
uh-huh.
Woo, woo. Then the people that you get them wounds in the back for, get your throat slit from behind from, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never see it
You
coming.
can't
It's like,
hesitate to
damn.
you can't hesitate to cut them off. So that's why all that love stuff is it's cool. It's cool. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? You need to show you love somebody and all that, but more importantly, where your loyalty at, where your respect at. You know what I'm saying?
And I think especially in that place of growth, when you're trying to level up, when you're trying to elevate in life, you looking to really just do something different. Like you really got to start paying attention to your circle and who you keeping around you,
Yeah,
because
for
not
sure.
everybody want to see you grow up. Like not everybody want to
Nah,
see that growth for you.
yeah,
And so
not at
to
all.
just keep carrying people with you, it's like, nah, you got to drop.
It's dead weight. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
dead weight.
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that's like I said, you've been there, so that just go. You can see that just even within the circle of the all the homies we grew up with. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I love them to death, all that. You know what I'm saying? It's no love lost, but a lot of them I don't even fool with. You know what I'm saying? I don't even fool with. I don't touch bases with them. It's more or less I see you when I see you. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? If I happen to pull up in Fresno and y'all happen to be where I'm going,
Mm-hmm.
because it's somebody that, still a couple of the brodies, Chuck being the main one that we make sure we stay in contact with on a daily basis, whatever, whatnot. But I pull up at bro house and y'all all over there, then it's like it ain't no, I'm not finna treat you weird, nothing. We gonna chop it
Right.
up and have a good time, and I
Yeah,
see you.
and I think
But
that's,
a lot,
like, it's just a part of growing, like, it's never no love lost,
yeah.
like, it's always
Yeah,
gonna be
it's just
there,
everybody
you
can't
know?
go with you. A lot of people don't see the vision. A lot of people don't, you know what I'm saying? It's when you start elevating too, it's just like then that's when you, like for instance, like when I started the truck business, and then everybody think truckers got so much money. Like don't get me wrong, it's a lot of bread that come with it, but you know, like everybody say, like we still got lives. Like not only do
Right.
I got to maintain the business, and that's why I tell her. That's why I want going back to that when I the company driver versus owner operator. When the company driver like, oh, you're overhead, you're overhead. When I say life is overhead, like whether you work for yourself or a company, even
Mhm,
if you're working for a company, your life is overhead. Your rent or your mortgage, your car
mhm,
notes. You know what I'm saying? Going out to eat and, you know, the stuff you like to
exactly.
do. Life is overhead in itself. If you got a dream of working for yourself and you can accomplish it, why not? And even if you don't succeed, try. You know, growing up, I always had older friends. All my older friends, and then
Mhm,
especially when I started working, I had real older friends. You know, I moved out at 16. Me and wife been together since we were 16, and we moved out probably 6 months later after we really started dating. Had our own apartment and stuff like that. Never no roommates. So it's like we've been working for a long time. Like so, it's like. I was always the youngest dude in these on these different little jobs I was working. So all my
uh-huh.
work associates be like 40, 50. But I noticed I clean the older people because like just because where my
The
mind state
wisdom, like,
was.
they been
Yeah,
there, they done it, and especially the ones that wanna see you grow, because 'cause I've met some older people that are still stuck in their ways, they kinda
yeah,
bitter
for
about,
sure.
where life have taken them or however,
Taking
but
them. Right,
yeah, but then you have those ones that's like, they at peace and they want somebody to make it because they didn't. They like, "Look, let me give you all
right,
these little,
right,
dimes or whatever so that way you don't make
right.
the same mistakes," and
Right,
so
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, so I tend to cling to that, you know what I'm saying? For me, I believe I don't like to keep nobody around me that I don't feel like want my best interest at heart. You know what I'm saying? If I don't really
Mhm.
feel like you got my best interest at heart, then I don't even really want you around me anyway. Yeah, I tend to cling to all the older people. So, you know, so where was I going with that? Yeah, but yeah, I forget where I was going with it,
Alright.
but yeah. Yeah,
We'll
just
come
been
back
around
to
with the
it.
older people. They just always gave me a bunch of knowledge. So you know, yeah, I forget where I was going
It'll
with
come
that.
back. It'll come back. One thing I was wanted to kind of touch on too is like the discipline. So starting your own business is not easy, like
Right,
you already said. Like it come with a
right,
lot, and you really
right,
got to be able to not even just people, but like activities, certain like routines, like changing even like diet. Just certain things. Like you really got to be disciplined when you're trying to move in a different way. And so, like,
right.
what's discipline look like for you?
For me, discipline is it's like you said, all those things. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't do the super like diets and all of that stuff. I do try to stay kind of healthy or whatever. But as far as discipline is for me is showing up, like,
Okay.
especially when and that's just anything in life. It ain't even working for yourself. It's just showing up and doing your part. You sick, it's hard, you having a bad day, you gotta show up. That's the biggest battle right there. People don't show up.
Mhm.
Like if you can discipline yourself to show up,
Yeah.
pretty much the rest gonna fall in line. That's 90% of the battle, is showing up. Them days you get up, oh man, I don't feel like going to work, and woo, woo. But then them days that you get up and feel like that, but you actually go take your butt to work. When you get there, it's like, all right, I'm here now. Let me knock
I'm
it
here.
out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like if you just that's the biggest part of discipline for me if you show up. Now, as far as diet and all that stuff, if you ain't got no health issues or nothing like that slowing you down, then do as you please, you know what I'm saying? Because we got 100-year-olds that 110-year-olds out here that smoke a pack of cigarettes every day, eat all the ribs and fried foods, and then, you know, and then you got people that been juicing all their life and they die at 50. You know what I'm saying? So
Right, you never know.
it's what's for you is for you. You know what I'm saying? So and as far as the dieting and all that stuff goes, like people think, oh, I need to do this and make sure I stay healthy. And you can be doing all that, walk outside, get hit by a car or something, man.
Yeah.
I learned from old people. Just you got to do it. Like the most thing that like a lot of older people like that's why I was going with that. Like working
Okay,
with all
see,
the
I
older
told you
people.
to come back.
You
I'm
know what
like,
I'm
"It'll come
saying? That's
back."
why I was going with that. Like that their biggest regret is not trying. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all I was saying.
Okay.
Is not trying, not doing the things that they wanted to do. That's all I was saying. Like, if you got a dream, go chase it, even if it don't work out. For instance, this trucking thing don't work out. It's like Nip said, even if it's only temporary, at least we had the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Okay.
tried. You ain't
Right.
never. You ain't growing old wondering like, damn, what if? Like, and that's
Mhm.
what I got from all the older people just being so young, being around a lot of older people. That was their regrets because they got a lot of what ifs. You know what I'm saying? What if
Yeah.
I'd have took that job out of state, or what if I'd have pursued my dream?
Yeah.
So I don't want to be with too many what ifs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I love that. And I hate the what ifs. Like I don't want to sit around and think about
yeah,
what if, and that was a big reason why I started this podcast, and the whole
yeah,
the
yeah,
name of it, everything. But I did it. Like regardless of how I
yeah.
was
Nah,
feeling,
that's
the
dope.
fear, the anxiety, like everything that was telling me no. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
so right there, your own podcast, you answered your own question about the heart, the discipline part. It's like all this going on, but I did it. You know what I'm saying? It's like
right,
you
right.
gotta do it. You gotta show up. Like regardless of what's going on, you gotta show up because at the end of the day, time don't wait on nobody. Whether
It
you
don't.
want to pause your life, time gonna keep going. Life gonna keep going. You know what I'm saying? So why do that to yourself?
Yeah. And I think that's been a big lesson for me, like these last few years with just losing a lot of people within a family and stuff. And
Right.
young, nobody over 40, you know what I mean? And just realizing
Right.
time is going to be time regardless. Whether you
Time
spend
gonna be
today
time.
doing nothing or you spend today chasing your dream, the 24
Right.
hours is going to pass. The sun
Right.
going to
We
come
all
up
got
and
the
it's going to
same
go down.
24 hours in a day, 7 days a week. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And that's why it's like, it frustrates me when people hate on somebody else. Like, he think he this or that because he got this or man, like, I just break it down like, man, how y'all gonna be mad at the doctor for
Right.
living a lavish life when that man or that woman spent 12, 13 years in school? You could have did it too.
You could have did it too.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like you chose not to. You chose to do something else. You can't be mad at somebody else for
For their
choosing to spend
choices.
their right,
Mhm.
being intentional about their life. You can't be mad at somebody for being intentional about their life. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to sit around, wait on the handouts, think somebody owe you something. And that's what I was saying too. Like the bigger you get in business or what it appears to be on the outside, you see a lot more people that you know, like, okay, I need to go ahead and fall back from them because even from
Mhm.
just me doing my business, like just from the outside looking in, it's like I guess people just think I'm a millionaire or super wealthy or something. It's crazy how people just be hitting like, oh man, let me get this, let me get that. And it's always monetary, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? For
money.
me, it's like, and which like that's just a thing of mine. I don't care about taking care of my people. I love it, but I ain't no piggy bank either though. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
ain't no fool, I ain't no sucker though. But if that's all a relationship ever is something monetary, you gotta go, brother. Because at the end
Mhm.
of the day, you don't call and be like, oh, is you cool? Family
Yeah.
straight? Like you don't call, check on mental health around here, nothing like that. And that's the thing too. I'm big on that mental health thing ever since Maine died. 'Cause that threw me off. Like I be,
Mhm.
what I'm saying, I'm cautious about the jokes I say to people now because I don't know what somebody really going through because we
Yeah.
as humans all got the habit of, oh, how you doing today? Immediate response is, oh, I'm good, but really you got a whole
Exactly.
storm brewing. You know what I'm saying? So I be cautious about even the little jokes I say to people after Maine died because it's like that right there is like I didn't even see that coming. Suicide, what? That
Right.
like that threw me off, and then like I said, what was even worse is I was on the phone with him 3 minutes before he did it. And it's like I offered him everything under he was mad stressed out, but I offered him
Mhm.
everything under the sun that I could.
Right.
That in my power, like, and that bro was ready to go. So it's like, all right. And I didn't have no feeling that he was gonna get off the phone and go do that neither though. Cause it's like so
You
it's like, yeah,
yeah.
you gotta be cautious of all that, man. All that. So it's like yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta be cautious of all that. You gotta just keep going though, but and cut off the leeches, cut off anybody that what I'm saying. Like I said, that piece is
Mhm.
priceless. Like, man, if they not contributing, and everybody thinks it's all about money. Like, nah, it ain't about money. Like, if they not contributing to your well being, and I'm not just
Exactly.
saying you want. Like, I say this too though. Like, I want coaches in my life, not cheerleaders. Like, you need to get rid of the
Oh,
cheerleaders too, because
that's good too.
you know what I'm saying? Because cheerleaders just them cheerleaders is basically yes man. You don't want no yes man in your life
Right.
because whether you right or wrong, they gonna be like yeah.
Yeah.
And when you fall
Everything.
off,
Everything.
they ain't nowhere to be seen. So I like to have coaches in my life, like somebody
Mhm.
that can look me in my face and be like, nah, you dead ass wrong, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's
And
one thing I've
I
always
should be able to
yeah.
receive it. You know what I'm saying? Because the coach he gonna cheer for you when you're doing good and correct you when you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I like to
Mhm.
have coaches in my life too. So yeah, get rid of the cheerleaders, get you some coaches. You know what I'm saying? Because them the people that really care about you, the ones that tell you when you fucking up or tell you when you veering off. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Them the
And you
ones
gotta
that
be able to receive that and know that,
yeah,
like
exactly.
I'm not when you understand that when it's coming from a place of love and a place of like I really want you to do better, I want to see you
Right,
do better, then
right,
you understand like that's what you need. You know what I'm saying? You can't always
right,
just look
right,
for somebody to tell you doing a good job. You can't always just look for that pat on the back
right,
because then not next
right.
thing you know, you somewhere doing you fucking up, really. You know what I'm saying? And you
Crashing
don't
out.
even know it because you ain't got no honest people around you to be like, hey.
Is
And that's one thing. Like
hmm
when I was, doing my shit and whatever, and I ended up in prison, I had so many people around me that was just like, yeah, girl, you got it, you living good, getting
right,
money. And so I'm like,
right,
okay, soon as I'm
right.
in jail, where they at? Like,
They
I
ain't
ain't had
nowhere to be seen. Exactly. But yeah,
like everybody fell off, and that
next
was a
time you
hard
talk to bro,
lesson.
you can ask him. Yeah, next time you talk to bro, you can ask him. Even in the midst of all us when it was flowing super good, I'm telling him like, look, bro, this ain't gonna last forever. Me and him got to an argument because I told him that, you know what I'm saying? And then we talk about it to this day. He's like, so you always right, man. You know what I'm saying? You said we gotta. So I'm like, man, we need to just. And I still was working. I was like, bro, I'll take a leave of absence for like a month and a half. Let's just go. Go out of bounds. Let's hit the road hard. Cause everybody was burning California up. I'm like, bro, we need to
Mhm.
go out of state. We don't come back till everybody got at least half an M. You know what I'm saying? Let's just go. Not even come back.
But then take
Tell the
that
wives,
and
tell
do
the
something
kids.
with it, not the
Right.
same shit. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, let's everybody hit the road, bro. We don't come back. We take the main ones. We don't come back till everybody got at least a half an M, bro. Tell the wife, tell the kids, we'll see y'all in about month and a half. You know what I'm saying? We finna go tour the world. I'm like, bro, this shit ain't gonna last forever. He's like, bro, I was like, and then we got into a whole little heat because it's like, he was like, you trying to tell me how to run my shit, man? I'm like, nah,
You
bro,
know
I'm
this.
just, I see the future, bro. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And, I start
Right.
bringing up examples, like for the type of business we was doing. I'm like, think about that when they was doing it this way. I said,
Mhm.
where in the world can they go do that now? He's like, we talk about it there. He's like, it's
Yeah.
right, Spider. He's like, I thought this shit was gonna last forever. I'm like, man, none of this shit lasts forever. For me, I'm not they say, what's the whole saying? Smart man learns from his mistakes. Wise man learns from others. So, like I said, I tend to
Mhm.
be on the wiser side. I don't need to go through nothing. I don't need to learn the hard way. I don't like learning
Right.
lessons the hard way. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody tell me something or shoot me something, and like I said, I keep people around me that I feel got my best interests at heart. I'm gonna take heed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? I had enough with the homies and all that, go to prison and all that. So that's another reason I was like, I need to go legit because shit, the way I am, that ain't the life for me. Shit.
Yeah.
I wear swim shoes in the swimming pool. So what the fuck am I doing in prison? You know what I'm saying? That I'm not that nigga. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like
Yeah.
I, somebody
But
tell me
that's
don't go
that
down
part
that
of being
street.
honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
know who I am and I know what I'm capable of, you know what I'm saying? So to keep going down this road where that ain't gonna work for me.
It's
Like
inevitable.
it ain't
Yeah,
gonna
it's
work.
inevitable. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to switch it up for sure. It's like, so don't get me wrong, I ain't never scared to go chase my money. Like it's an addiction, but I just had to turn it into something legit because
Mhm.
God ain't gonna keep sparing me not to go sit behind the walls, you know what I mean?
And that part, you know what I'm saying? Like you only gonna get so many free passes before it's like, look, nah,
Right.
And then
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, ah shit, like yeah, that was a hard lesson. That was a hard lesson for myself. But I
Yeah.
mean, I thank God because I'm here today, and I'm able to turn it and use
Right.
it as a testimony. And it's like, okay,
Yeah, for sure.
again, when I talk to other people, especially younger people, like don't make the same mistake. Don't do the same shit. I
Right.
tell my little cousins all the time, like
Yeah.
it really ain't what it looked like. Like everything that glitter ain't gold. Like don't go chasing that
Right.
shit. Cause the places it's
Right.
gonna take you, and believe me when I say you don't want to be there. Like you don't want to be
Right.
there.
Right. And it's good that you know you actually pursuing your, you know what I'm saying, something you wanted to do as far as, you know, this podcast. And I seen the other day you putting out your poetry. So it's good that,
Yeah.
because I look at it like this. I remember when I was young and the older dudes would be like, you know, stay in school, you know, and then, you know, the old saying is, uh, do as I say, not as I do, you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
a real you know, the masses, a real leader, get people to follow by practicing what he preach. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it's like that's why I try to. That's why I try to just practice what I preach, because that way, when I come and tell you something, you can look at my lifestyle and see
Mhm.
that what I'm telling you, I'm actually doing and it's working out over here. So if
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, hey, go get your class A, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the fuck. You can look at my lifestyle and see, like, okay, bro, actually doing that. Like, I
Right.
ain't one of them dudes that I never respected that. Like, oh, do as I say, not as I do. Like, don't get it
Yeah.
twisted. Like, you got some of them people that just life done passed them by. But yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie. I don't, no, ain't no excuse. I don't respect it. Because even if life passed you by, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Yeah,
but
even if life passed you
I agree
by,
with you.
you can
Honestly,
still
I
turn
agree
it
with you on that
around
because
in
I'm
some way,
starting with
shape,
that
form, or
too.
fashion. Yeah, you
I
can
don't
still
like
turn
that.
your yeah.
Yeah, and
So
that
it's
was a
like,
hard thing for me to even to accept too, because I said, especially younger, you got people trying to tell you shit. So my family, shit, my family, and
yeah, for
so I
sure.
had a lot
Yeah.
of people trying to be like, Lachey, don't do this, Lachey, don't do. But y'all all everybody doing it.
Doing that.
Yeah, like how you gonna tell me not to?
Y'all all
Y'all all
doing this,
doing
and
it. Like it
then
don't make
we
sense.
get together, we having grand old time. But it's like it's the flip side of it though. It's
Hmm.
like that's why I say like, it's kind of, but I still don't, because like some people they feel like they so far gone that just like I'm standing and dying on this mountain. Like so,
Right.
it's like okay, I kind of get it because it's like this where I'm at. I'm standing and dying on this mountain. They don't even got the energy to try to even change their life around. But look.
Hmm.
I'm tell you right now, this mountain I'm standing on is you gonna fall from up on, you gonna fall, you know what I'm saying? So don't do what I'm doing. Don't come up on this mountain. So it's like you can kinda I get it,
Yeah,
but it's
I
like,
get it.
man, it'd be better if you just if you know that ain't the mountain to be on, get your ass up off that motherfucker and
Right,
then
that part.
you know what I'm saying? Because people be more willing to follow and listen, but then at the same time, that's when you gotta really know who really got your best interest at heart
Hmm.
too, though.
Yeah,
Because it's like some of them people really like, look, this what I'm doing, this me. But
it
you
ain't
ain't
for
got to
you.
come down this route. And it's up to you to, that's when you talk about that discipline, how to discipline not to, like they say, go everything that glitter ain't gold. You can't be going after everything that, you know what I'm saying? Finding your lane and staying in it, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
like a lot of the stuff the homies was doing, I ain't mess around with it because I just knew that wasn't my lane, wasn't for me. Like, even though I wasn't legit all the way, well, what I was doing is just, I'm finna stay on this side over here. What y'all doing? That's just, I don't feel like
Hmm.
that's a lane for me, even though I see like, okay, yeah, it's working out over there. Like,
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I eventually did come over, but and was fantastic, but I got in and got out because like even while I was doing it and everything was working out, money coming super fast and super large lump sums, I got out. It just
Yeah,
wasn't
it
I didn't
wasn't
feel
for
right
you.
doing it. Yeah. So
Yeah. I
I'm
like
trying to
what you were
believe in
saying,
that.
like
Find your lane to stay in it.
you got some people that, they feel like they the mountain's afraid that you say, like this my mountain, I'm a die on top of it. But like you never too old to change your lifestyle.
Right.
You never too old to
Never.
choose something different. And so
Right.
like I don't know, that bothered me when I hear people like, oh, this is just who I am. This is just what life gave me. This
Yeah.
is what it is.
Nah, yeah. You never know
Like,
when it can change around.
yeah, where's the fight? Like, where the fight? Like, you really not gonna fight for
Right.
yourself, for your like, you just
Right.
gonna let it be
Right.
that?
Right. Yeah, that's a character flaw, I like to say. You know what I'm saying? It's a character flaw right there. But yeah, nah, I'm finna go for it. That's just my mindset. I'm gonna go for it. Especially after I learned that Warren Buffett, one of the richest dudes in the world, didn't get his wealth till after he was like 55. Like, don't get me wrong, God. If I'm gonna
Right,
get
give it to me
wealthy,
now.
I want it way before 55. I don't even need it now. I don't even need it now, but just let it be way before 55. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Please. But just seeing that though, and honestly, even though he got his wealth after 55, he's still living great. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
so
Yeah. Because there's some people that
So
live
it's
to be
like
a
that's
hundred.
just
Like,
motivation. Yeah, he's still
yeah,
doing his thing. He's still kicking. He's still, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and if you look at, and then that led me down to look at like other rich, like wealthy people like that. And it's like a lot of people didn't even really, when you see like some of the ages of the people that we look at,
hmm
I can't even think all their
like
names. It's
Samuel
just like,
Jackson, he started in his
it's
40s.
motivation. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just motivation to just keep going. Like man, you never know when it's gonna pop, where it's gonna pop. You just gotta
exactly.
keep going. And like you said, it ain't never too late to change your life around. So it's like where to fight at. You just don't give up on life. So it's like yeah, that's a character flaw. Like
Yeah.
that ain't me, man. I'm here to live. You know what I'm saying? Not just exist. I'm trying to live life. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and that part, it's a lot of people, I'm just every day, this is what I do. I get up, I go to work, I come home, and get up and do it again the next day. But
All right,
where are you
rinse and
living at?
repeat. Where
Like,
the
where's
life
the
at?
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I got that tatted on me too, right in the center of my chest. Living to die, dying to live. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like
right.
that's me to the fullest. Like as I tell people, like, man, take your trips, like do all that stuff you want to do. You
Because you
sit
never
around and
know,
think,
like
right?
tomorrow it could be. That's it.
Like we take our kids as many places we can take them. Like shit. First time I was out the country, my wife been out the country since she came from a that had some little pay. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
so she done been out the country a few times before when she was a kid or whatever or not. But the first time we all went out the country, it's just like shit. We took our kids with us, like, and then
hmm
just being at the resorts every time we went out the country we notice we see a lot of black people there, but they don't got their kids. But it's 1,000 kids running around this resort,
Right.
but ain't none of them black. But you see a lot of black couples. So it's like we gotta normalize that in the black community. Like take your
Yeah.
kids to have these experiences. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I
Because
like that you brought that up. That's a good point. That's something like I struggle with honestly with within my relationship. Like me and my spouse don't see that eye to eye. Like I like to go
yeah,
places and I want to take the kids. Like wherever we going,
yeah,
whatever
not
we
for
doing,
sure.
like I want my kids to experience living as
Yeah,
well. You know what I mean?
yeah. Shit,
And so
I can flip this camera right now. You'll see these pictures right here. Like yeah,
yeah, but that is
nah,
in
you
the
gotta
black
take them.
community, you don't like you don't see a lot of that what is it togetherness. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
we just the husband wife we over here, we living, we doing, whatever we doing and then
Right.
we
You got to
home.
include
It's
the
like
kids in the experiences. You
yeah.
got to, because then it show them like, for one, it's experiences, core memories,
Mhm.
building bonds, and then it let them know, like, it show them right off the bat, the world is just bigger than where you at. Like,
Exactly.
the world is huge out here. Shit, I ain't go
Mhm.
to my first restaurant until I met wifey at 16. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, shit, when
Yeah.
I met her, she been more countries than I've been to cities inside of California. You know what I mean? So it's like,
So she showed you a lot. Yeah.
she woke my game up. Like that's how like when I be
That's right.
online, I be saying like shit, girl, you saved my life. Like shit, I'm forever in your favor. I mean it. Like people don't get the extent of what she really did, but it's like little shit like that. Like she
Right.
really showed me like the world is bigger than Fresno, California, my nigga. Like,
This is so
yeah,
much
I'm
bigger.
saying
This
like.
is Fresno,
You
just a
know what I
little
mean?
like,
Like, and
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I love home, but it's a little nothing ass city, you know what I'm saying? A lot
Mhm.
with the people with a lot of nothing ass mentality. It it start with us though, like we the new elders. It's like it's a lot of people out there that's trying to do a lot of good change in the community and for the
Right.
youth. So I'm proud of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
when we was coming up,
And I
I
think,
mean, it could have just been our circle too, though. You never
yeah, and
know.
that's what I say. I think it's really just that mentality of
The
like,
company you keep.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Anywhere can be good, but yeah, no, she showed me a lot though. Like should we try to take the kids everywhere we go. Like shit, even when we go party in Vegas, like if it's just like us, shit,
Mm-hmm.
we'll get them to y'all sleeping there, we sleeping right here, or we'll try to get the connect the room or get the room with the where the couch turned into the bed for them and
Yeah.
the bedroom door closed. Like, yeah, no, we try to take them. We spend the daytime with them when we go party at night. Put the latch on the door, we be back.
No, but
You
I
know
mean,
what I'm
your kids is
saying?
older too, so I'm like, yeah, that's what you.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
gotta
So
be able to do that with them because then as they get older, they start wanting to experience. They want to see the world. They not gonna know how. You
yeah,
know
and
what I'm
this
saying? So you
yeah,
teach them at
and
that young
you
age,
already
like,
done
look,
showed them,
this is
yeah,
how
that
you
you can
right.
do it. It's possible. Yeah, we
Yeah,
went to Mexico, we went to Jamaica. Like I said, we didn't see too many black kids there, man. I was kind of like, damn. But it's 1,000 kids running around there. And
mm-hmm,
it's like, yeah, we gotta do better. Like that's
yeah,
like after I came back off them trips, I'm like, that's another thing I'm finna add into my little go into my little preacher mode. Like, yeah, nah, man, take your kids, man, have them experiences.
yeah,
And it set them up too. And it show them like even when they get to their, you know what I'm saying, when you give your kids all these experiences, make it better for them when they choosing their spouse when they get older. They not just
exactly,
finna get you ain't finna get somebody that can just dangle some keys or just show them something. I can do this for you. Like they ain't finna fall so easy for the you know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying for somebody that just got some materialistic shit. Like nah.
yeah,
I've
right,
been
right. I
I've
done
been
been,
experiencing life like I need to be able to connect with you on a you know what I'm saying mental level, you know what I'm saying spiritually, you know what I'm saying we ain't just worried about no materialistic stuff because honestly, you know that's what a lot of people get caught up in. We come from nothing, we ain't never had no experience. So as soon as
mm-hmm,
somebody flash some little bit of materialistic stuff at us, we jump, and they ain't even the best person for us to even be around.
right,
But we ain't never had no materialistic shit, so we gone.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So when you give your kids them experiences and stuff like that, I feel like that's just a bonus right there. When they get older and get to choosing their spouses and their partners, they
mm-hmm,
ain't just finna get entertained by no materialistic shit. Like I even teach my kids that just from the day we don't deal with nobody just based off what they can do for us. You know what I'm
exactly,
saying? Like shit, I got partners that don't got nothing. Like, shit, I have partners that's been sleeping in their car. I go pull up in the car and chill with them. Like, this where we at, this where we at. We chilling, we chopping it up. Like,
right.
I don't carry no relationship based off
No
what you can do for
material.
me, yeah, materialistically or financially. Like, now spiritually and for the soul, yeah. Like, if
Mhm.
you draining and
Yeah,
negative and all that, yeah, you gotta
exactly,
go.
exactly.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and that's a big part of it because you get people that they have so many Dylans in their life, and not just romantically, but just on any level.
Right.
These relationships that they
Yeah.
stick with because they feel like, oh, well, this person gives me this or they offer this, but mentally,
Right.
emotionally, it's just draining you. You look at them
Right.
it's like, damn, like you probably shouldn't be
And
around
that's
that
any
person.
relationship. It ain't just like you said, it ain't just a spouse, brother, sister, friend, cousin, all
Hmm.
that. Like all those is relationships that you gotta maintain and you gotta work to maintain. So it's like sit back and evaluate what's going on and is it worth it?
Yeah, if
You know
you
what I'm
notice
saying?
you around every time you
From a
get around a
mental and
certain
spiritual.
person, you
Your
right.
vibes low and all that, you gotta cut it.
Exactly. Well, this has been good. Thank you, Dan, for coming on. Before I do
Likewise.
let you go, we both, these babies, but born 80s babies, but raised, 90s kids. So I want to
Right.
do a this or that 90s real quick with you. You ready?
Okay.
All
All
right.
right, yeah.
Okay. Boys the Man or Jodeci?
I'm gonna go Jodeci.
Jodeci. Okay. Poetic Justice or Love Jones?
I'm gonna go Poetic Justice for sure.
Yes. Okay. TLC or Destiny's Child?
I gotta go TLC.
Yes, yes. House party or Friday? Friday.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Friday. Them was both good though, but I'm gonna go Friday. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Friday.
I feel like Friday
Yeah,
is more,
cause I can watch Friday over and over. House Party is like, okay, I ain't watched this in a while. You put it on, but I can't just keep watching House Party.
yeah, true, true. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna do like two more and then
No, we
Boys in the
good.
Hood or Men's Society.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one. I don't know on that one. I ain't gonna
You
lie.
know you
Boys in the
can't you
Hood, I
can't
miss this. Yeah, I can't really pick on that one.
Okay, okay.
If I had to, let's just go Boys in the Hood. I'm gonna say Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, because there's more lessons and about life and stuff in there. So, yeah, I'm gonna go Boys in the Hood just for the
That's true.
messages. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Boys in the Hood for the messages. But just on some surface level, I can't really pick.
I love me some Men's Society, I ain't gonna lie. Um,
Yeah.
okay, last one, last one. Let's see. The Wayans or Jamie Foxx show? Like
Jamie Foxx for me.
Jamie Foxx. I feel like they should have said Martin or Fresh Prince. Let's do Martin or Fresh Prince for the last one.
Martin or Fresh Prince. I'm gonna go Martin.
Martin. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Martin.
All right, thank
Yeah.
you, Darren. This was good. Tell
Likewise,
everybody,
likewise. Appreciate you.
tell everybody where they can find you, your handle, if you want to put your social out there.
So everything at Spider the Boss. SpydatheBoss. That's where
That's
everything at.
all right. Stay blessed,
Literally.
man. Thank you, brother.
Likewise. All right. Thank you, sis.
All
Have a
right.
good one.
You too.